Hello and welcome to another update video about XRP. In yesterday's video we also talked about the larger time frame, but today we want to just focus on the smaller time frame. Again, we take a look at the chart from an Elliott wave point of view, Elliott wave perspective. That's an analysis method that allows us to understand market sentiment. When do scenarios break? What are the scenarios? What are key support levels? And what are the targets, to the upside ideally after a possible breakout? Now, at the moment on this chart, we are still tracking primarily the yellow scenario. And in the yellow scenario, our current idea is that a fourth wave, which is a corrective wave here, bottomed in a triangle, or finished a triangle rather, on the 13th of January. So such a triangle is a 5-wave pattern: A wave, B wave, C wave, D wave, E wave. And after a triangle is complete, we would normally watch for higher prices to the opposite side of the E wave. So upside breakout, which happened, okay? Well, at least the start of it. That's the idea. So obviously nothing is happening in a straight line. So the idea would be that we are now working on that larger wave 5. And this is obviously based on some conditions, right? Nothing is set in stone. And I will talk about that a little bit more. But before we zoom in, let's also talk about the alternative perspective. Because with every professional technical analysis, you have to get a level for risk management. You have to understand what are the levels that, if they are broken to the downside, will make the current bullish scenario less likely or even invalidated, so that we have to use an alternative scenario. Now, there are certain support levels, obviously. Before we zoom in and talk about these further, from a bigger picture point of view, the $2.52 level is important because this is the first level that will tell us that something isn't right, that probabilities will shift more towards the blue alternative scenario. And a break below the red line, located at $2.32, would invalidate the yellow structure because the price would then break back below the end of the wave 4. So that would mean the wave 4 is likely still unfolding, because if wave 5 is unfolding, the price shouldn't break below the beginning of wave 5. So in an alternative perspective, we are tracking a wider wave 4. It wouldn't be ideal, but it would be valid. It is possible because when we have a corrective structure like that, and a WXY pattern, as it's labeled here, is a corrective pattern, there is a guideline that tells us that such a corrective move to the upside, and again, whether it's an X wave or a B wave doesn't matter. These are both corrective moves. Such a corrective wave must not break above the 138% retracement. And that's at $3.42. And you can see that was reached perfectly. So therefore, I cannot rule out that this is all still part of a wave 4. It's just about understanding the parameters and being prepared for it, also mentally. But for now, the yellow scenario remains the preferred interpretation, especially as long as the market holds above $2.52. Now, if we zoom in a little bit, you can clearly see that we have seen some kind of a price top on the 16th of January, and this is seen as some kind of a pullback. Now, I see it as an ABC structure, and the wave 2 bottom. That's wave 2 of the larger wave 5 to the upside. And then I said to you yesterday that, okay, we have a first reaction to the support area, a good reaction, 20%. The price moved up 20% to the top here, which I've labeled wave 1. Again, a wave 1 is in the direction of the trend. So we're waiting to see if the market can actually follow that pathway. So from that perspective, we have wave 1 top, and the idea was that maybe from up here we start a wave 2 pullback, and that actually happened. So the prices started some kind of a pullback, which doesn't look complete yet. Micro support, really just the smallest support I can offer, is currently located between $2.76 and $2.97. It currently looks as if this wave 2 might still be unfolding, but the price should, in the very short term, ideally not break below $2.76 to keep this short-term upside or bullish scenario alive. So we'll watch for this pullback to ideally form a higher low. The levels should be clear that tell us when we have to change our opinion. And overall, we'd like to see a breakout above the $3.40 level soon. And then the next upside targets are $4.20, which is one of the next larger Fibonacci targets above, and then the $5 level. That's the update about XRP. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.